Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on the 1 day time frame for Bitcoin, because today we have hit this 80,000 US dollar price target that we have been looking at over the last couple weeks. And I must say, guys, that this cup and handle pattern breakout trade has played out to perfection. So we've been looking at $80,000 ever since we got this breakout here at about 66K for the Bitcoin price. And right now we have hit that price target. So in this video today, I'm going to cover exactly what next price targets I'm looking out for Bitcoin, as well as the short term and what we could potentially be expecting over this following week here. And then if I have some time at the end of this video, I will also take a look at Solana, taking a look at the trades that we've been taking there inside the Road to 1 Million community. So with all of that out of the way, let's dive right into this Bitcoin analysis here. First, checking in on the 1 day time frame with this descending channel pattern. Of course, we've broken out of here and are now just blasting off to the upside. And yes, so long as we remain above this previous all-time high here, I am still just bullish on Bitcoin. Next, taking a look at the Fibonacci extensions for Bitcoin of some potential Fibonacci areas of resistance. We just actually broke above the 0.786 Fibonacci level, sitting at about 76.7K for the Bitcoin price. So if we now trade back below this 0.786 Fibonacci level, then potentially we could be coming back down to these previous highs right here, which would also align with this Fibonacci golden pocket sitting at about 72K all the way down to 71K for the Bitcoin price. And yeah, just as I said earlier, so long as we keep holding above this Fibonacci golden pocket, then I would say so far so good. Nothing much is going on and we can still just get a continuation to the upside. However, taking a look at some of these Fibonacci targets, right here, the one Fibonacci extension is sitting at about 84.3K for the Bitcoin price. And then above that, I do have this different Fibonacci. It's actually a Fibonacci retracement, but either way, the 1.618 is sitting at about 88.8K for the Bitcoin price. So I do think if we get a continuation to the upside here, these are some areas of interest where you could be looking for, at the very least, some short-term resistance for Bitcoin. And I do think there's also a case to be made for there to be a lot of resistance in this range right here between 80K and 84,000, because you have this thing called the 5.3 theory. And because of that, we should expect the cycle top for Bitcoin to come in here between 80 and 84K. But at the same time, that theory has been looked at and has been shown to be quite inaccurate. So that is just something to take into consideration. I think it will have an effect on the narrative where a lot of people who saw that video, because it went quite viral on YouTube, will be looking at this and probably selling into this range here. And that is why I'm saying I am expecting there to be some kind of resistance. But at the same time, if we now invalidate this, we just break out above 84K or so, then this could lead towards a huge like FOMO pump further to the upside, as by then the 5.3 theory would no longer be accurate, and people who were selling into this level here would probably realize by then that they might have sold too early, buying back in, fueling another potential move to the upside. And I was saying this in my Discord community as well, inside the Signals group, like there's no shame in taking some profits if you're sitting on massive gains from this breakout trade here. And I was saying, yeah, it's not financial advice, but no one ever lost money taking some profits on their trade, right? Of course, Bitcoin can just continue to run up further to the upside here and shoot up to 100K or something like that. But you don't know where this cycle top is going to be. So therefore, taking profits along the way as we are moving further to the upside and getting deeper into this overbought territory, that for me personally is the way that I have always done it. And yeah, that is why I am doing it once again. But of course, that's not financial advice. I'm simply telling you what I am doing, and you can do with that information what you like. One thing to take into consideration on the lower time frames is that currently we're trading at about 80,000 US dollars, but we still have this CME gap right here at about 77.2K for the Bitcoin price, 77.3K roughly speaking. And typically over 90% of CME gaps tend to get filled. So to me, when the CME exchange starts trading again, it wouldn't be surprising to see some kind of move to come grab some liquidity here and fill that CME gap. But at the same time, be very careful trying to short down just because you see the CME gap and you think it needs to get filled. This is exactly what I was saying here over the last week or so as well, while we were seeing a bunch of bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame. Like, yeah, there is a bearish divergence here on this lower time frame, but at the same time, every other time frame is still looking bullish. So therefore, be careful shorting a move to the downside like that. And then what did we see? We came down, grabbed that liquidity that I talked about yesterday, and then bang, we shot up further to the upside, reaching new all-time highs and breaking to 80,000 US dollars. So I would say the same thing here with this CME gap. Yes, there is a CME gap, but realize that if you want to open a short position, you are shorting into some absolutely insane bullish momentum. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to be shorting, at least know what you're getting yourself into and what you're actually trading against. Either way, now taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat maps, and then I'll come to this Solana analysis. What you can see right here on this 3-day time frame is that we now still have some liquidity to the upside and to the downside. So in terms of liquidity to the upside, we do have some liquidity here at about 80.7K for the Bitcoin price. And in terms of liquidity to the downside, the first bucket of liquidity is right here at about 79.1K. And after that, there's pretty much no liquidity to the downside here. So people that have been longing with leverage, they were long from about 75K here over the last couple days. Therefore, you do have this big pocket of liquidity at about 75.4K. If I'm comparing that to the actual technical analysis, like for example, this 0.786 Fibonacci level that we looked at earlier in the video, that said that we do actually get some kind of move to the downside, even trading below the 0.786 Fibonacci level, we could just come down to grab some liquidity here and then bounce further to the upside. So that is just something to keep in mind as well. If we actually get, for example, a wick below that level there, make sure to look for actual confirmation, potentially even a retest, before looking for a further move to the downside from there. So now taking a look at this Solana analysis for today, as you can see right here, we have a confirmed bullish divergence on the 1-day time frame, and this actually confirmed at about $125 for the Bitcoin price. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because this is the type of stuff I call out inside my signals group on Discord, which you can join completely for free. So in the case that you don't know, typically a bullish divergence points towards a break from all of this bearish price action that we had been seeing here recently, pointing towards either some choppy sideways price action or some bullish momentum. And of course, that bullish momentum is what we have been seeing here. Besides that, we are also still breaking out from this pattern right here, potentially about to reach our price target at about $230 per Solana. And you can just see, ever since we broke out here, we have seen nothing but insane bullish momentum on that 1-day time frame. And realize, guys, that in the signals group, we have been looking at this well before it even broke out, already spotting this trend here and literally having $230 as a price target for Solana. If you want to join the signals group, you can do so completely for free. Simply join the Road to 1 Million community on Discord with the link in the video description. And once you're in the community and verified, you go to this Trading Signals Access channel and follow these 3 steps right here to get access to my trading signals completely for free. And what we are seeing right now on the 1-day time frame for Solana is that we are literally at this last level of resistance here before breaking out above these previous highs. And I mean, at that point, we are literally aiming at these highs right here at about $260 for the price of Solana, but at the very least targeting that $230 level that we have been looking at with the breakout pattern. So this level of resistance for Solana is sitting from about $200 all the way up to about $210. But if we now start getting daily candle closes above that $210 level, then very likely we are breaking out further to the upside here. And this is a critical level of resistance that I'm taking a look at right now. Now, if we were to get some kind of break back down below $200, then the next big level of support below that is sitting from about $192 all the way down to $187 for the Solana price. But at the same time, for now, guys, if Solana is actually getting a couple of daily candle closes above that $210 level, then it is just looking very bullish for Solana. on the higher time frames as well. So this has been today's market update. Don't forget to join the Road to 1 Million community on Discord and unlock my trading signals completely for free. But regardless, if you do end up joining or not, thank you for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.